Well, Hobbs, grave news indeed.
Indeed, sir.
Prime Minister wants an inquiry. Questions in the House and abroad. Did we do enough to protect her? Could we have done more? Naturally, it is of the very first importance that no blame or negligence is attached to the Admiralty.
We welcome an inquiry. We have nothing to hide.
I hope not, Hobbs.
Our navigational orders to the captain were full and precise. Sadly, he seems to have chosen not to obey them.
Oh?
I've been studying his course. Whether he acted out of sheer incompetence or because he's been got at by the Germans, we don't yet know.
Well, let us find out. He must be pursued without check.
We are compiling a full report on him.
Very good. Now, there is one other matter pertaining to this affair. The German government is seeking to justify the attack by claiming that the ship was carrying armaments, and that these must have exploded in the hold. Why else, they ask, would such a large ship have sunk so quickly, having been struck by only one torpedo?
Well, plenty of survivors think they saw more than one torpedo. Funny how the memory plays tricks. And we can see to it that they are the ones called to give evidence at the inquiry.
Oh.
Of course, with the ship at the bottom of the ocean, it's impossible to prove absolutely either way.
Good work, Hobbs.
Funktelegramm vom FDU, Herr Kolon.
Danke.
Glückwunsch an Kommandant und Besatzung zur erfolgreichen Feindfahrt. Bericht des Kommandanten an Oberkommando nach Rückkehr erbeten. Sie werden ein Held sein. In Berlin. Mit Orden überhäuft und Champagner trinken mit seiner Majestät.
Can you manage this?
Anyone here by the name of Holborn?
Here? Are you all right?
Yes, child.
You're not going to die, are you?
Wouldn't dream of it.
Good. I had lemonade and biscuits for breakfast. And I saved one for you.
Avis and I were among the lucky ones. Less than 300 bodies were ever found. The rest lost at sea. Worldwide reaction to the sinking was unanimous in its condemnation of Germany. Rioters destroyed German-owned shops in British cities. The New York Times devoted an entire edition to the disaster, featuring photographs of the mass graves. Our own personal tragedies were quickly turned into wartime propaganda. And Germany was struck off the list of civilized nations.
Herr Kapitän?
Ah, Kapitänleutnant Schwieger. Haben Sie Ihr Kriegstagebuch und Ihre persönlichen Aufzeichnungen dabei?
Ja, bitte.
Ihr Treffen mit dem Admiral ist abgesagt worden.
Wie das?
Sie kehren umgehend an Ihren Stützpunkt zurück.
Ja, aber einen persönlich unterschriebenen Befehl.
Die Lage hat sich geändert.
Inwiefern?
Es besteht keinerlei Grund für irgendwelche Ehrungen. Sie können froh sein, wenn Sie nicht degradiert werden. Die Weltpresse ist über uns hergefallen. Seine Majestät, der Kaiser selbst, ist als Mörder, als Barbar bezeichnet worden. Und das alles wegen Ihrer Eigenmächtigkeit.
Meine Eigenmächtigkeit? Ich habe Befehle ausgeführt.
Sie hatten keinerlei Befehl, die Lusitanier zu versenken.
Sie wissen sehr gut, dass dieses Schiff für jeden deutschen U-Boot-Kommandanten ein Ziel war.
Ich weiß nur, dass Sie Ihre Befehle auf eine höchst eigenwillige Art und Weise interpretieren. Amerika könnte jetzt zu England und seinen Alliierten stoßen. Und das wäre für Deutschland eine Katastrophe. Und das haben wir Ihnen zu verdanken.
Now the British Admiralty had to make sure its own house was in order.
Why didn't you go down on your ship? Like hundreds of others did.
Awkward questions might just undo the propaganda victory they had so roundly won.
I'd like to make a comment, sir.
I think that those of us who survived have, well, almost a duty to those that didn't to find out why we were left so open to attack. Especially when we were given assurances right at the outset that we would be under the protection of the British Admiralty.
The judicial inquiry was held just a month after the sinking. Captain Turner arrived, unaware of the trap that had been set.
Better give us some bloody answers.
All rise!
I declare this investigation into the sinking of the Lusitania open.
All set!
Mr. Carson?
My lord, this isn't an ordinary case for inquiry, where we must determine the cause of the accident, for that is known. In this inquiry, the questions are with regard to the conduct of the captain. Whether or not he navigated his ship in accordance with his strict instructions, and thus whether or not he could have done more to save the 1,198 lives that were lost that day.